Hey guys, I'm Pascal from Orange Pixel, and this is my great big box of death. It's a collection of gadgets, phones like this one, the first Android smartphone ever released. It's a Google developer phone, or I think it's the first one. I'm pretty sure it's the first one you could get as a customer or user or developer. It had this great keyboard and trackball, buttons, everything, and a flippity flop screen, and it's dead now. It's dead. It's wasting away. I had this funny one from Sony, very cute little cute thing, dead. Samsung, dead. One with Firefox on it, Firefox operating system. Got this from Mozilla when I was creating a couple of games for them. Phone is basically dead. They had a very nice one in orange, but it's also dead. Black one with orange thingies, also dead. And I think the Firefox operating system is also dead. So trackball, Android device, Google device, dead, 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 dead. It's dead. And of course this awesome thing from Sony. And seriously, why is nobody creating anything like this again? Game controls on a phone. I mean, brilliant. But it's dead. I think this was a Nexus 5, but it's dead. The Nexus 5X. And I really loved this phone. This was so amazingly well that when the screen crashed, I actually got it replaced, which was pretty much expensive, and I could have bought another phone for almost the same price. And besides that, getting the screen fixed broke the camera, so it's still alive, but I'm consider it mostly dead because it's not really usable in day-to-day stuff. Unless you want to make a phone call, then it's a great smartphone, but who does that with a smartphone? So I upgraded the 5X to another 5X with a white background, and it died last week. So dead. And here we have my new phone, the Nokia 7 Plus. It took me some time to figure out which device I really wanted to get. There are so many devices out there. There are so many. Most devices have a lot of things in common. I didn't like how a lot of devices right now have a glass background. I'm pretty sure that's going to be changing in the next few years, because who wants these things to be made from glass? They don't bounce, they drop often. Don't make them from glass. Please, if you are creating devices, if you're creating phones or whatever, phones drop. Why would you make it from glass? I don't get it. It's a great phone, it's a great device. So far I'm not having any issues with it, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I got myself a new phone. But enough about phones, let's do some work. Gunslugs3. I'm still working on it. It's been a while since I worked on it because all of the vacation stuff, and the first week after vacation I was pretty much doing everything except game development. A lot of stuff for Orange Pixel, a lot of stuff for the store, a lot of stuff just getting back into the rhythm. But this week is the week that we're actually making something again. The first thing to do is creating the pop-up stores for the game. If you played Gunslugs 1, or if you watched one of the previous videos on Gunslugs, you notice there are little buildings, and if you go into those buildings there will be something there. It just needs to be created. So we need to create some code, and we need to create a first thing to add to the world. Time for some pixel art and time for some programming. Alright, so the first area I was planning on adding was a little Mario inspired underground area. The most important thing when I'm doing this is making sure that I have all the code there to easily add more of these type of rooms. Especially if the game is a success and I want to add updates to it, then improving on these rooms and adding new rooms should be very simple. Even when I'm a year on down the road, I should still be able to easily add a new room without having to figure out what I did and how to do it. So I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible and make it open and flexible as possible. Not all rooms will have a completely different world around it, but this one has, because again, this is just one of the test worlds, and having a lot of stuff in this one means it's a lot easier to add more worlds down the road, because they will basically work the same way. So I'm adding the first bonus area, which is just pretty much like all the other levels in the game, except it really has a different theme to it and a different style, and that sets it apart from the rest of the normal game. And once we have this one up and running, it should be fairly simple to have a lot of these rooms built pretty quickly. I don't have a lot of ideas for them yet, but the first couple of rooms are just gonna be copies of the original Gunslugs. And so the idea is not just having a room with an item. I usually want to give the player a little bit of an explanation, so we're adding a little character to the mix. Since this is a pipe going to a sort of Mario style world, we're adding a little plumber dude. So we're gonna give him a little red head, big nose, blue eyes, and it's not Mario. Honestly, this is not Mario, it's his cousin. So the point of these little avatars is being giving you some hints and instructions and help. And I already had the code for the avatars up and running because I already had a little store in the game, although I ripped it out or at least deactivated it because I wasn't really happy with it. But since I already wrote the code for those characters, it's a lot easier to now add him to the room, and then we got a little character that can help and give you explanation on the room. And I'll be adding a lot more of these little characters, and maybe at some point I can also make them playable, or maybe as bonus unlockables or something like that. It could be very fun to have that up and running, but that's just an idea I'm gonna be adding for the future, not something I'm gonna do right now. Alright, and that's the first building done. I did do some modifications to the graphics and I didn't record it, so you can't watch me do it, but you can watch the end result, which I'm gonna show you right now. I also added a few other options to the buildings. There will be a lot more, but I'm not gonna show all of them because there are spoilers, and right now I don't have any ideas yet, so I don't even know which one I will be in the game. But let's just check it out right now.
Hey!
And that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you have some great ideas for these pop-up stores and Gunslugs, let me know in the comments below or on the Discord channel. I'll put a link in the description. I'll give you credit if your idea gets into the game. I'm always open for new ideas and interesting ideas. The idea for the pop-up store are funny, different things. So anything from pop culture or whatever, cartoons, movies, just name it. If it's funny and interesting, I might add it to the game, and I'll give you credits for it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Share the video if you want to, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!